Well, if they don't give a damn about the environment and their own health, car owners in Bucharest will have to downgrade to just two wheels very soon, because traffic in the capital city is almost paralyzed. With all the talk about pollution and climate change, Bucharest is a city that never ceases to perplex. Exactly 2 years ago, the local authorities decided to ban bicycles in the capital city. Why? Because there were no bicycle lanes, and it's easier to ban bicycles altogether than build the damn lanes. George Kulda is the president of an NGO with a funny name. It's actually a Romanian proverb, BateSaua să priceapă iapa, which would translate as hit the saddle and the mare will get your point. He helps me recall the scandal related to the bicycle ban 2 years ago.
It was a local regulation by the local administration in Bucharest, by the local police force in Bucharest, because they, quote, thought about our safety, they issued this ban. Bicyclists were not allowed to go on main streets. We thought at that time that we cannot fight officially this local regulation, and we organized a specific bicyclists protest. And we sent some emails, some SMS messages. Hey, please, all you bikers there, gather. Where? On the only bike lane existing in Bucharest at that time, on Elisabeta Boulevard.
Soon after that protest, the authorities in Bucharest realized how stupid they had been and removed the ban. Since then, George Kulda and his NGO have set out to make a revolution. Actually, a Velorussion, as he calls it.
Velorussion, a revolution on two wheels. This is the name of our project. Because we said, let's make people talk about a change. Everybody's talking about climate change. But because we don't want to have climate change, we have to change our behavior.
Now the city council has started building more bicycle lanes, but oops, they are building them in the middle of the sidewalk, taking the little room pedestrians still have. And what a poor joke they are. They're only about 1 meter wide, hardly distinguishable from the rest of the sidewalk, and as I have found out, nobody uses them, because they can't be used. I've been standing in the middle of this bicycle lane for a quarter of an hour, I guess, and no cyclist has bothered me so far. There's not one cyclist in sight. I wanted to ask them how they feel about, how do they like the lanes that the city council has built for them. But it seems I have no one to talk to. It's just a desperate policeman trying to ease traffic. And that's it. I think I'm giving up. So if you want to ride on two wheels, you have to take the street in Bucharest. I used to have a bicycle, unfortunately for less than 3 months. Bad people stole it from me. But getting your bicycle stolen might not be the worst thing that can happen to a cyclist in Bucharest. Even worse than that is that you may end up in hospital, or even 6 feet under, because drivers are simply not used to having bicycles participating in the traffic. They just knock you down, because they don't even see you. Drivers don't think that you're entitled to a share of the tarmac, and in their opinion, you're not supposed to be there at all. George Kulda thinks education and an increased presence of riders out there in the streets might be the solution.
We have to build this bike culture in Romania through education. Otherwise, there is no surprise that car drivers don't see bicyclists. Normally you say, well, the more bicyclists on the streets, the more accidents. No, the reality is the more bicyclists coexist on the streets with car drivers, the car drivers are taking notice immediately. And they became very aware in Europe. In Romania, we have to work on that.